hole number 3 of the Clifftop Links tournament. Let's go to Golf Clash Notebook and check out hole number 3. All right, this is the hole right here. You've got to get an eagle on this hole. It's hard to recover if you can't get an eagle on this hole. There's opportunities in this tournament to pick up a shot, but you've got to be able to hold on to those. You're gonna have to bring a big dog. You're gonna have to bring a Titan. What I'd really like to do is switch this up and play with the quarterback. And play with a really accurate driver to get me down into that hole. Now, last time I was here, I overshot this just a bit and ended up in the rough. So it doesn't take a whole lot of adjustment with a QB to get you up there. And off we go. Hopefully everybody's having a good tournament so far. The opening round is, getting to the weekend round is the most important thing. So play these holes one hole at a time. If something happens, don't get frustrated. Don't carry that over to the next hole, because that's not going to do you any good. I'm going to leave a little bit of that wind in there. I'm going to leave about 1 mile an hour in there because I need a little bit of distance here, and I don't really want to have to do overpower. But it's really important to put a little bit of left-hand curl on here to bring yourself back to the fairway. And that was a lot because I hit it 2 rings great to the left. So if this ends up not in the rough, it's because I have a quarterback, and that is exactly the area that I'm looking for right there. That's why you bring a quarterback. You hit something that 2 rings great like that with an extra mile, and there's no way we would have had a good result. And that's why you bring a quarterback on some of these holes. I know sometimes if you look at how I play some of the holes, it's like, why didn't you bring an extra mile? You could have got more distance. The deal is that distance is great, but being in the fairway and giving yourself that opportunity in case something goes wrong. I did not go into that with the intent of hitting a 2-ring great to the left. But I'm glad I brought my quarterback. Now the thing I don't like about that shot setup is look where their yellow ring is. They're right on the transition. There you go. You better move that over. And they're still, if you're using, look how big the yellow ring is compared to the opening in the fairway down there. And they're right up against that. They're going to hit the rough right here. I just can't believe they didn't hit the rough. You got to give yourself some room down there. Always, when you're in those, put yourself right in the center. All right. We can get over. Gonna take the wind out. Big dog's 2.5. So it's about 1.5 rings. I'm going to put a little bit of curl just to whip it. And hit it great on the inside. Just end up on the fairway. That curl is all important, because if you come at it straight and you don't put any curl in it, there's a chance when it takes that first hop, the second hop is going to go back into the rough and you'll get stuck in it. But if you put the curl in it and it brings it to the right down the hill and you hit into the first cut of the rough, you'll dribble out like that. That's a very delicate shot. In my main account, I'm using a 4-power ball and a Guardian, so I can come at it with backspin, and I can actually start off right on the fringe, not have to engage that rough at all. So if you've got 4-power balls in your bag, a 4-power ball is going to work really well. You can see where my red line there was with my big dog. So the big dog hits about 180. If you've got a lower developed Guardian, you're probably in the 170, 172 range, somewhere in that neighborhood. So you're about 10 yards short. So right there, I would have been, with my red line with my Guardian, I would have been probably right up against the cliff wall, which actually with a Guardian wouldn't be a bad deal, because you can put on maximum backspin, do a max overpower shot, And pretty much anywhere you hit up there, it's going to stop. So if you brought a 4-power ball, you're going to be able to start over there without having to do any max overpower. And the Guardian's going to work really well because we've got to do, you know, that's a long shot. If you look at that green, that's a very long shot from here, going from here over to here, and that's your first bounce. And I mean, you know, normally the flagpole would be out here and we could do whatever. We've got to stop that ball immediately. And so that's why, you know, if you can work it into a Guardian range, that's going to help you out, because you can apply that backspin and stick it right there. All right, that was hole number 3 of the Clifftop Blanks tournament in the opening round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.